Once again, guys, I'm so excited today. I am in Kisii County, a place called Nyaronde, just near Matutu police station. We are in the village. We are very flexible despite your location, despite your standards, despite your levels. People have capacities in their villages, people have capacities in places. Today I am actually going to take you through a project I've done. This is specifically a kitchen, and in this kitchen we were tasked to do a shaker type of kitchen. Shaker is actually the style of doors, and most of the American kitchens are actually shaker doors. And initially, from when we came in, this kitchen had already been done by some other subcontractors, and it was actually in very bad shape. So we were forced to pull it down and do a new kitchen. And initially, there was an island that was here. It had been done here, and I was just asking myself, those guys who did this island, where did they expect the client to sit? Because now the island was slightly higher and the sitting area was on the lower side, so it was actually a bit weird. So we demolished, and for that particular reason, we decided to push this kitchen slightly to the inner side of the space so that we have a space for the stools. So if you look around, we have different types of kitchens in terms of islands and in terms of breakfast counters. Some breakfast counters would be two options. This can be one option whereby we just have one big slab overlapping one side and the other side, and that means on the other front side are cabinets that are also working as storage, and then on this side it is more or less on the same level, so it is acting as a breakfast counter and also as a worktop. So when you are selecting even the furniture, let's say now the stools for here, basically you will be forced to look for stools that are not too high, like the bar stools now. They're actually bar stools but slightly lower, so that you can fit in even the chairs that you can slide in and they can fit in here. So at times when you finish such a project and the client is gonna go for, the client is the one selecting the stools, most of the times we go back and we realize that both the high level bar stools. So in this particular case, we advise clients to buy low level bar stools whereby they can comfortably fit in. This is almost like the stools for a dining table. So that is it. So in this particular case, what we've done, we have done an island which is actually 1 meter. The granite is 1 meter, it's slightly bigger than the other granites, and so it is actually a cabinet on the front side. On the back side, we have an overlap which is a sunken space whereby if you put the stools, you can have room for your leg room. And then apart from the leg room, so we treat in this space so that just in the event probably you want to pass here and walk around, so during the normal working day you can push in your stools inside, so that if they have a backrest, the backrest stays here. If they don't have a backrest, they will just go inside and then give you ample space to walk around or even walk around. And then in this case now, what we've done, because it's a board on that side, so what we have done, there are two options there are two approaches. Approach number one is do the granite, do a double lipping, so that means there will be double layers of granite on the upper layer and on the lower layer. Then even in that case, you can also do this the backer of the cabinet in the same stone, and the sides also in the same stone. But there is also this option whereby now you want to bring in whatever that is in the cabinet doors or cabinet faces to the back side. So we treat the same look that is on the front to the back. So there are options people decide depending on so many other reasons. So in this case, we've done a double lipping, but the lower lipping is actually the same board that we are using on the front side. And we clad the side, we clad the front, and we clad the back side. And in that case also, because at times you're seated here and you want to charge your phone, we provide sockets here. So that is it for that. Also, as you select the stones, you are looking at different varieties and what you want to achieve. So in this case, we went round and got this particular stone, which is very beautiful. And apart from just being an island, at times there are options whereby even the back, the sides can be in the same look as the doors. But this is the waterfall. I think Philip calls it, there is another name, but I can't remember it today, but let me call it a waterfall. So it flows from the other side and comes and flows all the way to the floor. And you can see on the floor, you trim it nicely. These are some of the details that people leave out. And this site has not been actually cleaned yet. So we've just done kidogo cleaning so that we can take our video. But once you clean, these are the edges, maybe when you're looking around, how the grout has been finished between the grout, between the stone and the floor. Those are some of the things that look so ugly. So apart from that, now from there, we have our layout, and this layout is basically very simple. We have the counter that now houses the island. We have a counter for cooking, and we have a counter for preparation. No, this I'll call it a preparation counter. This I'll call it a cooking counter. We have a small space for the storage, blending, and all that. Then we have the wash area counter. Then we have the appliances. So from this side, we have opted to go for drawers as you start, that is storage, because most of the times when you're working around here, you don't want to too much activity. So more storage, and these are the shaker type of doors. And if I can just take, let me touch one. So it is basically soft closing, and when it's soft closing, I mean when you push it all the way to that area, it should go slowly and close. I'll just repeat with the top cabinet, push it, then it closes. Then you basically are forced to overlap a bit by either 40 or 30 or 25 millimeters so that the cabinet is slightly sunken. Those are some of the details that you really need to get them right, because at times you find these doors or this side, these panels are actually flush with the granite. At times it's okay, but personally I feel like those small details are very key. Then from there we move to the doors. So we are combining doors and drawers. So horizontal lines, then vertical lines. Then we end up with the vertical lines, starting with the vertical lines to just blend where we have the corner. And here we are having a lazy Susie, because in this particular kitchen, appliances were very key. The lazy Susie has just been installed, and most of the times it's actually an issue for so many contractors, even us at times. So it's working very nicely, comes out, you can store your things, then you just push it, then it goes back. Then it has a lower cabinet, again pull it out, then okay, again push it in. And most of the times, for you to get this thing right, the trick behind it is actually getting the measurements right. This cabinet goes all the way to the other side. If you don't get the measurements between this point and this point, which is around 450, this thing might not come in. You will install it nicely, put it in place, okay, but when you pull it out, it might not come out. Then another issue is normally the depth. If the depth is not correct, again, when you pull it out, it goes and touches the backside. So when you want to bring it out, it refuses. So those are some of the tricks that you have to read your manual properly for you to run it. Then when you look at, again, the doors, this is a very high quality hinges. When you pull it and leave it, it actually needs to just go without struggle. Then after that, so this becomes our island. I'm here, I want to chop, I can chop easily and come and do things here. I want to talk to the people in the lounge, I can do my things, and once I clean the surface, and guys, maybe in the morning, they can come and have their breakfast. Probably the lady has already prepared things here, she can come, place them here. So you come, you're in a rush, the stools are there, sit on the stools, have your thing quickly and go away. So apart from that, so our triangle is that, and that. So here we have our nice beautiful cooker, and this sometimes we call it a hob, and it's a combination of it's actually a 5-burner, 4 gas stones and 1 electric. So this plate is the electric, and at times issues with our African setup. You are in the house and the gas is not a token type. You are here and you just notice that gas is gone, and it's maybe probably 9 p.m. at night or 8 p.m. So you can quickly sort yourself using the electric. But when the gas is in, we have one big stone that is really big, that actually gives you quicker service, and then you have the 2 sizable and then the small one. So this you will choose, you choose to use whichever. So apart from that, as you cook here, most of the times we look at the functionality. On your left, we provide you with a spice rack. When you look at it, it's the stainless and then the shaker door. Then it has a rail on the lower side. Again, when you push, it's a soft close type. It closes. Again, the mechanism depends with your fundi how they will install it. At times you install it and you push and it doesn't go. So here, this hob again, once you are doing the hob, there is like a compartment here. Again, the space between here and here, most of the times it will depend upon the client and even your fundis and even your designers. So most of the times you'll find there are cabinets here which are 4, some will be 3, some will be 2, some will have a bigger compartment on the lower side and smaller ones. So it's all a matter of design. So this first compartment, most of the times it's a fixed compartment, same doors, shaker door. But this one, since it's fixed, you don't provide it with a handle, because people will be tempted to pull it out every now and then they will break the handle. So it's fixed, and the reason why it's fixed is because this thing has a small depth on the lower side, which is around 50, 60 or 70 millimeter. So we are allowing it so that it sits inside. And then also behind this thing, we have an electrical cable behind there, locked to the wall. So because of pull and push of this whatever of the drawer, it will interfere with the cabling, and this cabling is piped all the way to here. So this becomes our control system for that. When you switch it on, you automatically come and feel that the electrical whatever, the thing turns red, and when you switch it off, it goes off. And this is actually, when it's on, you can actually use this hob without a matchbox or a matchstick to switch it on. But when it's on like that, and you don't have a matchstick, when it's like that and the gas is on, it will automatically come on. So this is a fixed panel, and these ones are also drawers, whereby after we have supplied you with this, you can actually come with it. There is it's actually an accessory you can come and place, so you can put in your cooking sticks, your longer spoons and all that. So it's an accessory you can buy, and this is optional for us to supply, or if a client wants, we can always supply. So for purposes of functionality, you have a spice rack on that side, and we also have another one on the right hand side, so you don't have to move up and down or open up on the upper cabinets to get them. So they're at your disposal, and then you arrange your cooking sticks and all the other things that you can use, so this particular point becomes so functional. Then on top of you have your hood. The hood also is controlled from that particular point. You can switch on the light for the hood, you can switch on the fan. If you want it lower, it goes like that. If you want slightly higher, it goes. Then if you want to switch it off, you tap on that. And this also has a power point behind there, which is on the upper cabinet. But most of the times what we do, we provide you with a DP switch. So if you want to control it, you just come and switch it on or switch it off from that particular point. Our nice beautiful tiles at the backsplash. You can see it goes all the way to the top. Then we have this open cabinets at the corner that just gives another beautiful look, so that you don't just have plain cabinets going and flowing all the way from one end to the other end. So you can have your decorations here or a few books, and then do your things. And then from there we have a trash can at the corner. So this basically, because you're working from basically around this area, you can wherever, and then you just throw your things inside there. Apart from that, we give you a nice beautiful double sink, one big bowl and one small bowl, and the operation for that thing is as simple as that. The pressure currently is low, but it's a pull type tap, so it can move from the left to the right, and you can use it to wash the granites around. And then apart from that, we give you a nice beautiful granite on top of your kitchen window, so that most of the times when you're doing tiles around this area, it becomes a bit dirty. And I've seen a scenario whereby most of the people want to put their soap dishes around here, so it becomes so easy if you wanted to clean. Then apart from that, so that is how we do our drains on the lower side of the cabinet. At times we tile the backside specifically just to avoid in case there is an overflow, so we just tile for you on the backside. And if also need be, we can avoid putting this panel on the lower side and just tile on the lower side, so that the entire cabinet is just a security or a safety measure, so that you don't keep on complaining or in the event there is a leakage. In some cases we have a dishwasher, and in some cases we have a washing machine. In this case, we were tasked to put a washing machine, so that when the client is just in the house, she can easily be cooking on the other side and the washing machine is going on, and it's a wash and dry. And then that is the switch to switch it on, and this is also the switch to switch it off. Power is on the back side, plumbing is on this side, connected from the kitchen sink into the washing machine, and even the waste pipe has been connected from that side, cable through the side panel into this, so that we have one single drainage going out. Apart from that, we have a cabinet here which we call them the tall cabinets. On the other side, we were talking about the high level cabinets and the low level cabinets, a granite and the backsplash. Then on this other side, at times we combine this plus a pantry plus more storage depending on the size of the kitchen. But in this particular one, we just have a tall cabinet for the oven and the microwave, and we have a tall cabinet for the fridge and the storage on the upper level. Again, because you don't want to make this one to be too low, we normally have a drawer on the lower side, and it's big enough, it can actually store for you pans. And then in some cases, when I go back here, at times we also do a big panel here, so that it can store pans. Then you just have one small drawer for cooking sticks. So these are logistics. These are things you can just during the design process, someone can request and say, I would want my pans just next to my cooker, but still that can keep a few pans. Then apart from that, I'll just mention this is the oven, and the oven I won't even say, but this is for the temperature. This is for where is it burning from or where is it grilling from. And then this is for the minutes. Then immediately on top, this is the microwave. And what we do it in such a way that the paneling and the side panels look at the way the measurements from this to this are the same. Then the measurement from between one panel, one appliance to the next is the same, well arranged. And even the way it locks on the side of that, and even the space that leaves on that, when you stand on this side, everything just looks correct. Then on the top, that is more storage. Even here, this is a full panel. This is normally a 1050 space. left so that the fridge can fit in and leave you a 10 and a 10 on that side, just for purposes of pulling it out and pushing it in. Then at times, some of this, we leave a small space above here because we've noticed that if we make it too tight again, some fridges come with a thing on top here. So when pushing it in, it becomes an issue. More storage, and what we normally just also consider is the side panels. These side panels are very important pieces of panels that some people would avoid. So even the side panel is the same design as the door faces. When you come to this side, this is the same thing. The side panel is the same thing like the door faces, and it's the same thing on this side, and it's the same thing on that side, so that the look from that particular point to this point is the same. Then the look from this particular point to the door to the other side, it is the same. If there are any questions, let me answer those questions down in the comment section. And then just to not forget, probably it is something that has just hit me, it is the color combination. And why do we get to that? So we have a very nice soft gray combined with nice beautiful antique handles. This is something that we are very careful about, and most of the times we'll throw in these questions to our clients. Which kind of handles do you want? What kind of kitchen color are you looking out for? And the reason why we do that is because some of these things, despite us knowing what we need to do, tastes and preferences are very unique things, and they are tagged to individuals. So most of the times you want to give someone something they love or something they want, and to another person probably it might not be very beautiful, but to another person beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. And in that particular reason, I think I will summarize and finish at that. So guys, let me take this opportunity to just say thank you so much. You have been so great people watching our videos every now and then. We just realized the last video we posted in was it Bungoma? Voi. Guys, you took the views went so fast. I want us today to take the views for this particular project to the next level. And thank you so much for taking your time to watch our episode. And as usual at kthinteriorz, where style meets elegance.